Hello, dear students. In one of the chapter, we discussed about the Harappan and the Indus civilization. Now, today we will discuss about the Mesopotamian civilization. Harappa, I think so. Harappa and or in fact Indus civilization was clear to you. Few things which you read in your Harappa and the this Indus civilization, whenever now you will read that thing with the Mesopotamia, just to create a different story of both the things as well as the difference in your mind, so that it will be long time in your memory, because from now onwards you will definitely read in your history somewhere in details about inter civilization, might be by the Mesopotamia, so you should know it's just a basic for you. So you know the ground root of these things, how these are built. Might be things will be a little more critical in the higher classes, but then when you know the basics, some things have been birthplace of writing, like Mesopotamia is a birthplace of writing. Few of the things were very developed in the Harappan civilization. If you know the basics, or you'll never get, mislead by the basics of the civilization. Then now we'll come to the Mesopotamia civilization. Before we read about the Indus was near to the India, as well as here I have marked there, as well as you can see in the map, this was the Harappan or the Indus civilization. And same thing, these were all the river valley civilization, means they were near to the river. Now coming to the Mesopotamia, this one, Mesopotamia, just which is also known as the modern Iraq. Why I have shown you this, so that you in a map you should have an idea that where is Mesopotamia or where is Iraq nowadays, which was actually Mesopotamia was a region, it's not a country. So it was a region, and it's now called as a modern Iraq or Iraq, what we have given the name. So from the map, it is very much clear where was Mesopotamia, and Mesopotamia was a region where both the areas were actually covered by the rivers, or it is the area which was covered by the rivers. So it was also near to the river place as usual. The most prominent area which was actually covered by the people to live, because of the agriculture, because of the food, because of the fodder which we discussed. Now coming directly to the point, now when and what is actually the salient features of the Mesopotamia? The ancient civilization Mesopotamia is considered the birthplace of writing. This should be in your mind. It was the birthplace of writing. Till then time in Harappa में हम क्या पढ़ रहे थे? Harappa में पढ़ रहे थे. Data has a very good. They were modern, definitely with a modern civilization, but they were having a better town planning. They were having a better drainage system. Okay, so here it was Mesopotamia was considered to be the birthplace of writing. Main prominent point of this, and here the people also built world's first cities were developed here, and as well as political and administrative system developed was very good and mostly centered. When Mesopotamia was conquered by many kings, like a story I'll just make you. There were Sumerians or Sargon king के नाम से. He was a king of the Sumerian civilization, or the Sumerians. It's a region in Mesopotamia. Okay. Then later on, Akkadians came. ये सब आपने अपनी हिस्ट्री में जरूर पढ़ेंगे in later classes. I just give you an idea. Assyrians came, okay, who actually conquered the Babylonia. सुना होगा Babylonia की city भी. And from there somehow we got a hanging garden. Hanging garden आपने सुना है, which is actually the one of the wonder of the world, 10th wonder of the world, hanging garden of Babylonia. It was contributed by this civilization actually, which gave this hanging garden. So Sumerians were the first who actually conquered this area, and it was conquering the southern part of the Mesopotamia. I have here just to give you an idea in this map. This one. This was the region near about 3200 BCE, where Sumerians conquered the area, and the different regions were named. See how they are named: Lagash, Nippur, Kish, Ur, Irdu. These were the region which were coming into the, and this was the heart of the Mesopotamia. Why? Because they developed it in such a way that everything, every part, every men were having some kind of a quality or achievement which led down the Sumerian region to be the to be the heart of this Mesopotamia. So it was near about this 150 years back where we got the remains of the ancient cities as well as the clay tablets. Yes, the clay tablets we got in this Mesopotamia city, which give an idea about how the people who here would have been going with their livelihood. So it arose in about 5000 BCE to 500 BCE, and it is the land between the two rivers. The rivers are Tigris and Euphrates. We all know if the rivers are there, the most benefit of these two rivers were when they were flooded. All of the silt used to come and collect there, and this silt was actually good for the agriculture purpose. And definitely they will have a good agriculture, wheat, barley, vegetables, okay, fruits. It was very well developed. So then our archaeologists found many cities and towns, collected different clay tablets. ये तो सबसे अच्छा basic यहाँ था कि यहाँ clay tablets जरूर मिला था. And how and who decipher it? Decipher means who actually tried to interpret it or understand that particular language. It was Henry Robinson. Henry Robinson was able to decipher these inscriptions, due to which we came across to know about this civilization. The lower region was called as the Sumer region or Sumerians civilization. उसके नाम से later on it was developed as or advanced civilization called the Sumerian civilization. Simple है, बहुत ज़्यादा difficult नहीं है. What is actually Mesopotamia? What is the modern name of Mesopotamia? Where it is situated between the two rivers. Then who actually deciphered? It was Henry Robinson, due to which, and then the lower region or the southern region was by this was called as the Sumerian or the Sumer region, which was conquered by Sumerians. Means they were the king who conquered this region. Then how these were the things which actually came across कि उसका basic क्या था. Then coming to the उसका जो religious dominance था, हमने during the time of Harappan and Indus civilization पढ़ा था, that was also little more of religious. People were actually believing the god, है ना, पशुपति, शिवा, शक्ति, ये contribution थे उसके. They used to also worship people, trees, people, animals. Okay, so here what is there, that priest and king both have an authority. The priest and king both have the authority to carry out the religious as well as the state administration. They used to serve, or they used to worship many gods, as these are the name of the gods: Enlil, Marduk, Asur, Ishtar, etc. These type of, like, you should have the idea of like what is actually the religious contribution by this civilization. Then Sumerians built many temples of the god, which is called as ziggurats. Ziggurats ka means hai the buildings which are built in this way, where the stairs are outside. इस तरह से कोई पिरामिड तरीके से बनाओ, 3D structures, and where the stairs are from outsides. इस तरह से. I've taken the picture also from a side, because here they used to build any kind of a statue over there and worship them. So this is the place here. This is what we call ziggurats. Ziggurats कोई ऐसी कोई मंदिर का वो ऐसा नहीं है. It was a type of a they built that particular building in such a way that they used to walk out the outside, and it is used to they used to situate that particular whatever the god, they used to put the statue of it at the highest pedestrian at the highest place above the ground. So this was known as the ziggurats. ये एक important question हो गया कि what are ziggurats? Ziggurats were the temples which were built by the Sumerians because they used to worship many gods. So these were called as ziggurats. They decorated with different tiles, used the burnt bricks, marble slabs, and reaching the high skies, but in the series of the tiers, means so that they can walk on the sides. Temples were very useful, as we also know that usually many of the mosques and masjids are used for the teaching purposes. Same as temples were there were used for very purposes as for it was a center of education. Means people were actually worshipping there, but some of might be getting a teaching over there. Then some of the astrologers use that studying the different planets and stars, or some of the because it was at the highest, it might be they used to reach at the highest place and study about the stars at night. Then it was also the place of trade and commerce. Many exchange of imports or export things might be would be here. The businessman or the merchant used to trade over this place. So one question arising here: what are the religious beliefs and what are ziggurats? The places, I think the ziggurats you came into this came into your mind that these are the type of the buildings which were built. Okay, built many temples of God means they the way they are built and the statues are placed at the higher position of that particular building. So that is known as the ziggurats. So and what are the places, temples, how they are being used? They are used as a center of education. They are used by the astrologers. Astrologers जो stars और planets की जो पढ़ते हैं ना, उनकी situations को read करते हैं. And trade or commerce, import or export, or the things or the merchants or the tradesmen use that particular place. Okay, so the two questions arises from here. Also believed the life after death, same as the Indus one. है ना, Indus या Harappan civilization के भी they have the same belief. They used to place their graves in their graves में डालते थे जो इंडस वाले थे, and they used to put articles in the tombs. बस इस तरह से थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस है, बाकी this point is similar as the Harappan civilization. I think so clear from here what is the religious dominance of the Mesopotamia civilization. Then coming to the next was the now what we read before was that how many social classes were there in the Indus civilization. In Indus civilization, there were 4 subclasses. Okay, so here there are 3 social classes. What are they? The upper class, जो हाईएस्ट हमारी अथॉरिटी है, कौन थे? रूलिंग क्लास, नोबल्स, हाई ऑफिशियल. उसमें जो हड़प्पन थे वो यहाँ से भी थोड़ा सा उन्होंने उसको अलग कर दिया, सेपरेट कर दिया. मींस रूलिंग अलग कर दिया था, लर्नड अलग कर दिया था. ओके, सो दैट इज व्हाई वन मोर क्लास originated there. But here in the upper class, ruling class, noble, high officials, all were in this particular classes only. They were under this, and they lead a very comfortable life as well as happier life. Then middle class consists of the landlords, the merchants, tradesmen, craftsmen. They also lead a very happy life. Lower class laborers, no harsh treatment was given. Means they were the 3 class. And what is common about the 3 class? In Indus or in Harappan civilization, you read that they were the people of the upper class used to live at the citadel area. Yes. And the middle one, though the craftsmen say they were living near the factory or the workshop in a single room. And in the lower laborers were used to live at the very lower level of the area. But here, very important thing about the Mesopotamia or the ruler of the Mesopotamia that they did equality. There was no one was unequal there. All were in an equal state. All were, whatever the business they do or whatever the class they might be, they lead a very happy life. Laborers को भी कोई harsh treatment नहीं जाता था. They were laborers, but they were very also very happy, and they used to be treated as similar as the higher class. Very important aspect of the Mesopotamia is women used to occupy a very high position and enjoy every aspect as well as freedom. They used to buy their, if they want to, they are free to buy any kind of a property. They have a great freedom of enjoying every aspect of life. So this was important about the Mesopotamia, that women used to have a very good role over here. Then comes the occupation. Occupation क्या रहा भाई क्राफ्ट्स में? हमने similar to हरप्पा में आपको हरप्पा के क्यों बता रहे, so that things will be in your mind very clear. Both chapters are coming, so दोनों का थोड़ा सा separate रहे. Occupation and agri crafts में सबसे important agriculture. Agriculture was there in हरप्पा also because they were near the rivers. एक बड़ा simple सा reason है. Then domestication was also similar because इंडस वाले जो थे they used to क्या कहते हैं worship animals also, है ना, cows and sheep. Here also domestication of animals, and they for the benefit of the human being or for the benefit of themselves. Two are very common. Then in Mesopotamia, people were very skilled craftsmen. Goldsmith used to use the gold, silver as well as copper. वहां पे हमारा हड़प्पा में सिल्वर नहीं आया था, वहां पे आइवरी आया था. So here people were having gold, silver, copper, this ornaments. Blacksmith was here who made tools and weapons, including the helmets, जो warriors के helmets होते हैं for the protection, and armories. What were armories? Armories were the places, godowns होते हैं ना जैसे, वैसे arms रखने के लिए godowns होते हैं, the place where the arms are kept. Okay, arms are kept. So they were known as armories. Then weavers who used to weave or cloth, made the cloth, and potters who used to make the pot. Potters का देखो main contribution हड़प्पा में बहुत ज्यादा रहा था. That is why here till here they came as potters made the pot. Okay, clear from here. What else was actually the occupation? कुछ ज्यादा कुछ नहीं है. Domestication है. You can write it there. Domestication. They domesticate the different animals and they use them for their benefits. Then agriculture was there because two rivers are there, which actually played a major role. When they were flooded, the silt used to get collected, and which was very good. That soil get very fertile and used for the agriculture purposes as wheat, barley, pulses, vegetables, and fruits. Then they were very skilled craftsmen. Goldsmith used to use the different metals for the ornaments. Blacksmith was there using or making weapons, and armories were there, weavers were there, potters were there. So these were the different occupations and the crafts during the Mesopotamia civilization. I think so. I'm not saying very fast. Then coming to the सबसे अच्छा आया, देखो सबसे अच्छी बात क्या हुई, यहाँ पे सुमेरियंस आए. सुमेरियंस के बाद में स्टडी करेंगे अगर आप अपनी हिस्ट्री में आगे और आएंगे, आप पढ़ेंगे, अभी तो डिटेल में नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं इतना. सुमेरियंस आए तो उन्होंने लोअर पार्ट में, हमने बोला ना साउथ पार्ट में, जो लोअर रीजन में मेसोपोटामिया, सिर्फ देखो ये है ओल्ड मेसोपोटामिया का दिस मैप. यहाँ पे इस तरह से सुमेर आए. सुमेर देन लेटर ऑन वाज इन्वेडेड बाय अकाडियंस. Then Asur aaye or Syrians aaye. Okay, these were different rulers over here. Then come the Hammurabi. Hammurabi. He was a great king. अब great king क्यों बोला होगा? Might be उसने बहुत अच्छा achievement दिया, बहुत अच्छा उसको civilization को advance किया होगा, develop किया होगा. So it was said that Hammurabi was actually the great king of this time, Mesopotamia time. He make great changes in the Mesopotamia region during the reign of 2067 to 225 BC. And uh, important again about this Mesopotamia that whoever king came here, जो भी king यहाँ पे रूल किया, उसने ऐसा नहीं किया कि one of the लेटर वाला किंग आया जो जिसको हरा दिया, उसके लॉज को हटा दिए और है ना खुद अपने लॉज लगाने लगे, या वन वॉज स्ट्रिक्ट. नो, important part of this Mesopotamian history king was that they were all working for the humanity or for the development of the Mesopotamia. सब उसी लॉ को कुछ फॉरवर्ड करने लगे और दे वर ऑल फॉर द वेलफेयर ऑफ द पीपल. हम जो बोलते हैं ना, एक ऐसी सरकार हर बार चेंज हुई बट वो एक दूसरे के साथ एक दूसरे के लॉस को एक्सेप्ट करते हुए उनके डेवलपमेंट के लिए काम कर रहे थे. सो Hammurabi was one of the king who actually contributed a lot and made his own law. देखो उसके नाम पे मेन लॉज भी बन गए. लॉज क्या थे? His law covered every aspect of life. Every aspect of life means they might be whether the low, the higher or the middle class. हमने यही पढ़ा ना कि upper class हुआ, middle class हुआ or the lower class, they all were having their own business or they do their own business, but they were all leading a comfortable life. So as this, their law consists of near about 282 in number. Okay, they were 282 in number. There's some little more spelling mistake is there. Then main principle was of it was the strong will never punish the weak or never injure the injure the weak. This was the main, sorry, main aspect of the main principle that the stronger will never injure. बोलने का मतलब जो ताकतवर होगा वो वीक को कभी भी इंजर नहीं करेगा. The code recognized the division of the society as rich, poor, slaves. तीनों को हमने ये बोला 3 classes अलग अलग थे, but they were having a different punishment for different classes for the same crime. मतलब कि सेम क्राइम किसी ने चोरी की, वो भले थर्ड क्लास का हो, भले वो सेकंड क्लास का हो, भले वो फर्स्ट क्लास का हो, पर उस क्लासेस के हिसाब से उसको आपने पनिशमेंट दिया। सेम एज लाइक छोटा सा बच्चा होगा उसको थोड़ा सा कम पनिशमेंट मिलेगा, कोई बड़ा बच्चा होगा तो उसको ज्यादा पनिशमेंट मिलेगा। सो डिफरेंट पनिशमेंट फॉर द डिफरेंट क्लासेस फॉर द सेम क्राइम। Code contained rules about the family life, how to treat the workers, or how they should be treatment of the workers to be done. So this was the main features of the law. हम वापस एक बार रिपीट कर लेते हैं। लॉज के मेन फीचर्स ऑफ द लॉज क्या रहे? Hammurabi or this king, his laws covered every aspect of life. They were 282 in number. The main principle was the stronger shall never injure the weak. Third, they all recognize the division of the society, and every this crime or the any kind of a crime, there was a different punishment for the different classes. There were different codes contained rules about the family life as well as trading and the treatment of the workers. I think so. This is very clear. बड़ा simple सा है, but again important है क्योंकि this in this Hammurabi's के what are the Hammurabis and who was Hammurabi might be or his code of law क्या रही. Then coming to system of writing, by Mesopotamia is the birth of writing. क्या रहा होगा ऐसा जो actually gave the history that this is the birthplace of the writing. Mesopotamia में the people used to write on in the clay tablets, okay, on the cave tablets with the wedge-like instrument हो सकता है या wedge-like things like they might be bone, they might be any part of the this plant or the reeds जो हम बोलते हैं. So they used to write the with it grooving, जैसे होता है ना किसी एक टैबलेट में लेके हम ग्रूव करके लिखते हैं, दबा दबा के उसको काट काट के लिखते हैं, इस तरह से कोई लिख के लिखा होगा उन्होंने. So this was they were the first to develop the art of writing, and it was near about 4000 BCE first by drawing the पिक्चर्स. उन्होंने पिक्चर्स बनाए, कोई भी इंडिकेशन देते होंगे तो माइट भी कुछ पिक्चर्स बना के उसको इनग्रेव कर लेते होंगे with the reed or the bone on the clay tablets. They were wedge shaped, that is why they gave the name cuneiform. Cuneiform का मतलब होता है wedge shape या sharpened end, ठीक है? So that is why the name was given as cuneiform script. Writing with a sharp pen, the name of that particular, they name it as stylus. Okay, they were near about 350 signs, and as उर्दू जब भी हम लैंग्वेज लिखते हैं ना तो इस तरह से कभी देखना राइट टू लेफ्ट लिखते हैं इस तरह से, तो इट मींस इट वाज इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ राइट टू लेफ्ट. ओके, सो आई थिंक सो सिस्टम ऑफ राइटिंग क्लियर है. फर्स्ट टू डेवलप they used to draw pictures, they used to use with the reed or the bone on the clay tablets. It was wedge shaped, that is why the name was given as cuneiform script. Cuneiform script, cuneiform means sharpen end or the wedge shape. So writing with that particular pen was called as stylus, and they were writing as in a Urdu language, erased it from right to left. And these all, clay tablets are still, which were excavated, they were all kept in the London Museum there and deciphered by the scholars. Means still they might be interpreted या उसको study किया जा रहा होगा. Deciphered मतलब उसको language को समझा जा रहा होगा by the scholars जो research करते हैं इन सब की चीजों के ऊपर. So two main question arise from here. What is the system of writing over there? What do you mean by the cuneiform script? And what are the Hammurabi's laws and code of law? क्या रहा? Then growth of knowledge. Definitely, अगर वहां पे लिखा पढ़ी हो रही होगी तो कुछ ना कुछ तो डेवलपमेंट हुआ है. So thousands of clay tablets were found, and they were all kept. जैसे कि हमारी कहीं बुक्स मिल जाए तो we make a library out of it. So there also people were very much advanced. So they prepared a library at Tello, a place which there is known as Tello. It is the first library of 30,000 tablets. They are kept there, which was depicted that the people here were very interested in the literature, epics, and Gilgamesh. This short question आपको जरूर बोल सकता है. Gilgamesh epic is the famous one of during that time, Mesopotamia. People were very interested in the epics, the poems, literatures, history. So these tablets were kept in a library at Tello. This is also a place This is also one of the question it might be. Attilo and Gilgamesh is an epic of the Mesopotamia time. It is also a short one word question comes from it. The people were very interested in the mathematics and they used a sexagesimal type of a counting system. और sexagesimal क्या है? जैसे आपने कंप्यूटर में you would have read decimal system में पढ़ते हैं ना, डेसिमल का सिस्टम में क्या होता है, और बाइनरी सिस्टम. यस, बाइनरी सिस्टम हम 00 यूज करते हैं, बेस डेसिमल में हम 10 यूज करते हैं. तो सेम एज सेक्सजेसिमल में हम 60 वाज यूज्ड एज अ बेस. ओके, जैसे कि अगर हर बात 60 में बांटी जाएगी, सेम एज एक कॉमन सा आपको देती हूँ मैं एग्जांपल एज 1 आवर. 1 आवर को हम अगर 60 वाला में अगर डिवाइड करना तो हम क्या बोलेंगे, 60 मिनट्स एंड 60 सेकेंड्स. ये तो एक ओरिजिनल में मतलब था कि वो 60 सेकेंड्स और 60 मिनट्स में हो गया डिवाइड. सेम एज एवरी टाइम वट एवर दे डू द कैलकुलेशन दे यूज टू डू विद द बेस ऑफ यूजिंग 60. ओके, सो इतना ही पता हो, सेक्स से मतलब 60 से है, दैट इज द सिस्टम ऑफ काउंटिंग वाज कॉल्ड एज सेक्साजेसिमल and at base 60 was used, or it was an important numeral of that time. Was interested in astronomy, studying different planets, the position, the stars. जैसे हमने बोला ziggurats में the people in the temples used to study the astronomy. So they were very much interested in this astronomy. This was actually the कुछ चीजें एडवांस हो गई other than the Harappan civilization, that how the people used to study here or how they were actually interested in the कुछ तो डेवलपमेंट हो गई ना. माइट फ्रॉम द इंडस, ऐसा तो नहीं है कि इंडस से मेसोपोटामिया आया. they were of different regions. okay, मेसोपोटामिया एक अलग रीजन में डेवलप हुआ, इंडस अलग रीजन में डेवलप हुआ. so it was this way that Mesopotamia was actually came into our knowledge or by these clay tablets. And one of this statue was also built. He was like of this Hammurabis, like the son of God is giving a torch to Hammurabi, who actually conquered this region, to carry on the work and give the this code of law to the countrymen or their people of the region, or work for the development of the people. So this was statues also built, or इस statues हम वो भी हम देख सकते हैं in some of the places of the Mesopotamia region or in the London Museum. So I think so from here, छोटा सा है, reading करिए आप, and then later on you will get to know कि Mesopotamia and Indus में what is the actual difference, और कितने easily when you have the keywords, I'm again saying, छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं, keywords को दिमाग में रख लो ना, फिर उसको story की तरह आप उसको read out करो, you will get an idea what is actually difference between the Indus और Mesopotamia. फिर आपको पता चलेगा अच्छा Mesopotamia तो इतना सब कुछ हो गया था, उसमें ziggurats भी थे, उसमें टेम्पल्स को एक ऑब्जर्वेटरी की तरह, सो ऑक्यूपेशंस भी थोड़ा सा चेंज हुआ उसमें. उसमें 3 क्लासेस ऑफ सोशल क्लासेस आए, ठीक है. फिर हम्मुराबी इसके कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट आए, हाउ द सिस्टम ऑफ राइटिंग वाज इंपॉर्टेंट, व्हाट इज क्यूनिफॉर्म स्क्रिप्ट, व्हाट वाज द ग्रोथ ऑफ नॉलेज एक्चुअली इट टुक प्लेस. सो दिस वाज अबाउट द मेसोपोटामिया सिविलाइजेशन. आई होप सो you are liking the videos, because what actually I have the knowledge, I can actually share with you people, so make you understand in a better way. So thank you, and please if you like it, it will be I'll get a response from you that you are liking the video. So do share, एक तो बटन बनता है. Thank you.